Imagine walking into a museum at dawn. The marble floors echo under your shoes. The paintings hang silent on the walls, and the world's treasures surround you like a cathedral of human achievement. Now imagine, just hours later, those treasures vanish, lifted from their frames, smuggled into the shadows, and gone forever. This isn't a scene from a movie. This is the real story of the biggest art theft in modern history, a crime worth over $1 billion, and yet somehow almost nobody talks about it. March 18th, 1990, Boston. While the city sleeps, two men dressed as police officers arrive at the doors of the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum. They claim to be responding to a disturbance. The guards, young and inexperienced, buzz them in. Within minutes, the supposed officers reveal their true intentions. The guards are handcuffed, gagged, and led to the basement. For the next 81 minutes, the thieves roam freely through the museum. They know exactly what they're after. Vermeer's The Concert, Rembrandt's The Storm on the Sea of Galilee, Degas sketches, a Manet, and more. In total, 13 works, priceless pieces, sliced from their frames with box cutters. By the time the sun rose, the thieves were gone, and with them, $500 million of art. Today, adjusted for inflation, over $1 billion. You'd expect a crime of this scale to dominate headlines forever. But strangely, the Gardner heist faded into the background. There were no dramatic chases, no recovered paintings, no triumphant FBI press conferences. The FBI did investigate. Leads pointed in every direction. Organized crime families in Boston, connections to drug cartels, even whispers of Irish paramilitaries. But each lead hit a wall. The paintings, meanwhile, disappeared into the underground. Some say they're hanging in the private collections of billionaires who like their art better when it's illegal. Others believe they were destroyed to cover tracks, burned in basements, their ashes mixed with dust and lost forever. But here's the strange part. In the art world, these works are worthless now, too famous to sell, too recognizable to display. The very thing that makes them priceless is also what makes them unsellable. So what's the point of stealing something you can never use? This is where the story shifts from crime thriller to something more human. Because art, after all, isn't just paint on canvas. These works were fragments of history. The Storm on the Sea of Galilee was Rembrandt's only seascape. Vermeer's The Concert was one of just 36 known Vermeers in existence. The empty frames still hang on the walls of the Gardner Museum today, not out of laziness, but out of mourning. They're placeholders, reminders of a wound that hasn't healed. Visitors walk past them and feel a presence that's missing, like standing in front of a gravestone where the body is gone. And for the curators who've dedicated their lives to preserving these pieces, it's personal. And Holly, the museum director at the time, once said it was like having a limb amputated. Art is memory. Art is culture. To steal it isn't just theft, it's erasing part of who we are. Over the years, rumors swirled. In 2013, the FBI announced they knew who the thieves were, members of a Boston crime syndicate. But both suspects were long dead, and still, no art. Occasionally, tips surface. A letter arrives at the museum. A vague message gets passed through criminal networks. Each time, hopes rise. Each time, they collapse. One investigator described the Gardner heist as a puzzle missing half its pieces. You can see the outline, but never the whole picture. And then there's the haunting possibility. Maybe the paintings are gone forever. Maybe they were hidden in an attic, left to rot, eaten by mold, destroyed by time. Imagine a Vermeer, one of humanity's greatest achievements, reduced to dust because two men wanted quick cash. But this isn't just a story about Boston. It's about what we value and what we choose to protect. Around the world, cultural treasures vanish every year, from the looting of Iraq's National Museum during the war to priceless African artifacts smuggled into private hands, to indigenous art stolen and resold. Each theft isn't just a crime against a museum, it's a crime against memory, a way of erasing stories that belong to all of us. So when people ask why the Gardner heist matters, why we should care about a museum robbery that happened 30 years ago, the answer is simple: because culture belongs to everyone, and when it's stolen, we all lose. Today, the FBI still offers a $10 million reward for information leading to the return of the paintings. It's the largest reward of its kind in history, yet the walls of the Gardner remain empty, silent witnesses to a crime nobody has solved. The billion-dollar art heist isn't just about money, it's about loss. The kind of loss you can't measure in dollars because it's measured in meaning. And maybe that's why this story lingers, because it forces us to ask, what are we without our culture, without our art? The thieves may have stolen the paintings, but the real theft was something greater, something that belongs to all of us. And until those empty frames are filled again, the Gardner heist will remain what it has always been, the most valuable mystery in the world that nobody talks about.